Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Striker33 here with my trusty ShamWow. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Baby Desert Eagle, also known as the Jericho 941, made by Israel Weapon Industries, or I.W.I, and imported by Magnum Research. This is the standard issue sidearm for the Israeli police and is based off the CZ75 design. Now, what I want to go over today is what to expect when we first bring it out of the box, how to clean and field strip it, and also go over features and performance before giving a recommendation. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, this particular Eagle is not new and has been safety checked, but I wanted to show it to you in the box. You'll notice 2 brushes, a cleaning rod, 2 magazines, as well as the Eagle itself. Now, this particular model is the full-size 40 caliber steel frame, but they also make a polymer frame model. For the 9mm, you can find it in full-size, semi-compact, and compact, and then limited sizes in the 40 and 45 calibers. The first thing you're going to want to do is clean it. I think many people that have issues with failures of this gun do so because they didn't give it a good initial cleaning and it still is coated in factory grease. In order to do that, remove it from the box and pull back the slide. You're going to want to grab the grooves here and here just outside the safety. Pull back, give it a safety check. And then you can hit the slide release, push down, and then with the hammer cocked, remove the slide release here. And there's a button to do so on the back. In order to release the pressure, grab just on top of the slide and pull back to line up these 2 dots. After about ½ an inch, hit the button, remove the slide release, and then you can pull the slide right off. Now that the slide is off, remove the barrel by releasing the pressure of the recoil spring and rod right here. Push back, pull up, and then you can remove these to clean. Pull out the barrel. You'll notice these 2 notched grooves here that give it a nice snug fit when it's in the slide. Take it out, clean it, and then take a rag and several Q-tips and go over the slide and clean it of all factory grease, as well as from the frame that will also be coated. Remove as much grease as you can before taking it to the range. If you want to clean the magazine, there's a small button to release the back. Take a pin, push down, and then you can pop this off and get to the spring. To restore, put the barrel back in the slide and return the recoil rod and spring on top of the barrel. Once that's in, pick up the frame and the slide will actually sit on the inside of this frame. Line it up. Pull it all the way back to the hammer, and then you'll want to line up the dots again so that you can return the slide release. Take the pin and just drop it back in. Hey, great, let's look at features. You'll notice Desert Eagle pistol engraved here on the frame, which is unfortunate because Jericho's a much cooler name. But I.W.I here and here on the handle. You have your standard 3-dot combat sights with serrated sight line to cut down on glare. Now, I've seen some complaints on the slide, but it's actually fairly comfortable once you get used to it. If you want to rack it on top, there's just not enough real estate and you'll probably pinch your hand. But if you grab just outside the safeties and pull back, it's actually fairly comfortable and you'll get used to it quick. Also recommend using the slide release button. For the same reason, there's not enough space on top. Push that down and then you have your ambidextrous safety here and here. Now the safety is going to do 3 things. Engage the safety by pulling it down, and then it's going to decock the hammer, lock the firing pin, as well as disengage the trigger. Once back up, you have your standard double action, single action. The first pull, engaging the hammer. It's very heavy, rated around 12-13 pounds, and you can tell it's tough but also smooth. One of the strengths of this gun is the trigger, especially when you see the single action. Only about 4.5 pounds, very smooth, very fun, and it's easy to grab with this curved trigger. Notice the cutout on the rear of the trigger guard, allowing for a high stable grip, as well as serrations on the front for your offhand. Not very comfortable without gloves, but some people find it effective. Accessory rail for your flashlights and laser pointers, whatever as well as a high quality barrel with polygonal rifling. Notice also the extended dust guard that adds stability and durability, and it just looks cool. I mean, that's awesome. Grips are a little more narrow and slick than some may like, but the grooves in the back help, and the ergonomics are great. It really fits your hand like a glove, and the extended beaver tail allows for a firm high grip on the frame. The cutout above the trigger is comfortable and invites your finger to rest. The magazine release is located just underneath the thumb and works fine. Press in and the magazine drops right out. The magazines themselves are light and thin with 15 round capacity for the 9mm, 12 for the 40 and 10 for the 45 ACP. When inserted, you have about a 1/4 inch gap, which some people find annoying, but I haven't found it to be an issue. Overall, you have a 40-ounce steel machine. The trigger is excellent, the design's sleek, and the grip natural. I don't think the slide pull is bad, it's just different. Simply put, it looks good and it feels good. Let's talk performance. The Jericho is designed for 3 things: accuracy, minimum recoil, and natural aiming. And it does all of this really well. Accuracy is typically the first thing shooters notice. Tight groups are expected even at range. Quality barrel and smooth trigger help out with this. The recoil is mild, partly because of the weight, and also due to its design. With mild recoil, double taps and rapid firing are controllable, and the muzzle flip is well behaved. Ergonomics make for instinctive pointing, but the heavy weight leads to faster arm fatigue and prolonged aiming situations. Recommending a firearm is like recommending a car. Everyone's preference is different. If you hate steel frames, external hammers and safeties, black paint, then it's easy, you'll hate the Jericho. This is a great beginner pistol, and 9mm especially. The recoil is very minimal. For the same reason it makes for a great 40 and 45 caliber option, because it handles these rounds exceptionally well. As previously mentioned, the trigger and ergonomics are also very nice. However, since it is less popular than, say, a Glock or Beretta, aftermarket accessories and repair parts will be harder to come by. Also, due to its size and weight, it isn't intended for concealed carry, and the safety position and slide grip will be unforgivable to some. In conclusion, if an MSRP of about $650 is within your budget, and if you're looking for a defense weapon with concealment being a non-issue, then this is a viable option. It's also a lot of fun to take to the range. A great addition to any collection. And that's it. Thanks for watching. If you found this video to be entertaining, educational, or informative, hit that like button. If you have a Jericho or shot one recently, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you have a question or a request, you can drop that in the comments as well.